My name is Evelyn. I'm 5 years old, and I'm learning to ride what again?
AJ Catanzaro.
AJ Catanzaro. We got a tree.
Hello, Albert here with Tyler Vegan Cyclist. We are going to do a Pro versus Am featuring Cam and featuring Tyler on scrubbing. So we got this peaky roller here at State Fair in California, and we're just gonna all three of us do it. I'm gonna talk about how maybe they could do it better, how I can improve, why there's levels to this stuff, and just have some fun doing scrubs, because who doesn't want to learn how to scrub, right? Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that was legit.
Scale 1 to 10, how'd those feel?
I mean, how they feel and how they look are probably two totally different things. I don't know, it's kind of scary because like it's such a step down that if you scrub and then you start falling, you have no control of the bike. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
Would you like me to hold it?
Yeah, we do have a photographer here. I personally like more traction when I scrub. What I was afraid of and what actually happened is it's so dried out and the jump face falls away. So like where we were, all of us were scrubbing, it's like it forces your tires to slide out and almost too much. So like I did one and it just kept going. I was like, oh, okay. And like you said, as it falls away, it just made the bike float even more. And I was like, oh, all right.
But so here's the question. How much time savings versus the energy expenditure? If you just rail the inside and just kind of like dead sailor it versus throw in the fattest scrub you've ever seen, how much extra speed are you actually going to gain versus you're risking crashing?
Can I do one pass? I'm going to hit the inside rut and show you exactly what I would do in a race situation.
Okay.
Which I don't know yet, but I'm just going to figure it out when I get there. I think it's going to be less flashy.
Yeah, that looked way stupider, huh?
Okay, so that's exactly what I would do in a race, because I'd hit the inside rut, because why would you ever go outside here to scrub a roller? And two, the way the inside rut is right now, it does not make any sense to come out and try to get the bike back throttle side down, so I just let it go clutch side down. I don't know how flashy that looked, but that took zero energy.
Dude, it looked dope.
Did it?
It looked really good. I thought you were gonna just like rear brake. You know how they do the walls and just straight, like no side to side at all? Because that's how they, in the Supercross walls, a lot of times they just run straight at it and then...
Those are twice as steep as that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, you don't come at it with enough speed to have to hit the brakes, and you kind of just like would push through. Literally what I did is what I would just, if I was doing a 30-minute moto, I would do that. Because it was safe, it wasn't super flat, although who knows what it
looked
like.
way better than the ones you were trying to look cool in.
Yeah, probably.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
Because it like worked, it just worked better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I was trying to force the other ones.
Yeah.
And my wheels were washing out because the jump face going that way, I had more traction because my wheels weren't washing out, and the jump face was steeper, which actually helped me do it better.
Yeah. So how'd I do?
Okay, well, first of all, I'm gonna rate yours maybe I'll give it like a 3.9.
3.9, good grief.
So take it from, because you gotta have some sort of science to it.
Yeah,
Speed,
what are we, Ken Rocks in comparison?
Okay.
Speed, lean angle, and then height.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like you could jump and then go flat, but that's not really scrubbing.
Okay, so
If I'm on the James Stewart scale, 3.9 is pretty good.
all right. Well, if we're factoring in speed, lean angle, and height for a novice to be amateur level rider, I'll give you a 6.5.
That's a great number. I love that number.
Okay. Yeah. That's
That's
true.
kind of my number.
That is true. Your speed was decent. Your height wasn't bad. I would just say like the style was lacking.
Well, that's fine. I never go sideways. It's not something
Tyler,
I
I would say probably 6.9.
I feel like he was going faster.
I think your guys' speed was pretty similar. If anything, he might have had a little more speed, maybe, but it was pretty similar. Height, you might have had more height, surprisingly, but your style was significantly better, in my opinion. So you
I'll
guys,
allow it.
And I don't have any style, so that's awesome.
Yeah, well, thanks for that.
well, what do I get
comment.
rated? What would you, Cam? I'm curious. What would you rate my forced ones versus, and then what would you rate my actual doing a moto?
Wait, I forgot the scale. For you?
Well, so
Yeah, for a pro.
Okay,
so
speed.
if you're putting a Stewart scale, okay, where he's dragging bar off this thing, I would say your forced ones looked like freestyle. Didn't look fast.
Yeah, it did not look
It
fast.
looked like I'm trying to throw a sick whip.
Okay.
But that one, that race pace, looked fast and had better style.
Oh,
which
you
made
think
it-
it had better style too?
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Interesting. Okay. I thought he would go for the forced flashy kind of looking one. Did the forced one look like borderline Goonie?
It was borderline butt whippy, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was a
'cause you
point
were
where you were
trying.
kind of, it didn't look like anything, it didn't look like it was supposed to look. Like I thought you were going to crash.
It didn't feel like it was supposed to feel. Because all three that I did, the tires washed out way more than they were supposed to.
That, I think that's the main thing, is that when you were going outside, you went outside and then flipped,
Yeah.
right? So you actually were rotating. This one, you just let the bike do its thing. Like the better one, you went left side down. The other ones you
Yeah,
went
which
throttle
naturally
side.
not going
Yeah.
against the flow of the corner is always going to be less forced anyway. Moral of the story, well, I don't think I did that much better than the AMs this time around. The Pro versus AM scrubbing. What would I tell you guys to do better?
Go home. Back it up.
Go home
Quit.
because you didn't go big. You would have to go faster and just flick it harder. Does that sound bad?
No, I was gonna say
Because
like
Cam, your overall riding style is extremely conservative. So like,
It is.
you just don't do that much up the jump face. So you just have to do more on the jump face.
well, I never go sideways. It's
Yours
just-
is a couple steps up. Like your scrubbing style is very conservative, but it looks natural. And I was telling you this earlier, it looks like a pro that was just kind of like being lazy. So it doesn't look goony. It looks good. It just doesn't look like a whole lot is going on.
Nice.
Where my forced ones, I would describe that as probably looking like a pro that was trying too hard. And then the other one, I'm sure it probably looked halfway decent. Okay, well, signing off. Subscribe to Vegan Cyclist YouTube channel. How many subscribers do you have nowadays? More than me?
Or I think it's 200,000.
You have 200,000?
dang.
He doesn't need more subscribers. Subscribe to me. I've been hurting.
I need more
Subscribe to
subscribers.
Cameraman Cam. He really needs subscribers. Cameron Bushy is his YouTube. We'll link all of them below if we remember. Subscribe to the Moto Academy so you guys can get in on the action. We live stream classes. You can send in riding footage to be analyzed, all that good stuff. But thanks for coming to class. That was fun.
Yeah, so I just want to say, like, I've done maybe 2 schools in general. My son's never done a school, and we only get to ride like once a month, sometimes twice a month. And so we don't really feel like we want to burn a day on technique. But I got more out of this day than 3 years of riding. Like, this is insane. I can't
Is this
wait.
the best class you've done?
Yeah, for sure. Like you said earlier, I probably was going slower today if I had just came out for a ride day. But I'm using techniques now that I feel like I've locked in. I mean, there's just riding around, I'm adjusting my feet. Because like you had said to that guy, he was sitting on the bike wrong.
Yep.
And so I've been trying to do that, like no matter what, I just put my feet where they need to be. And so I mean, it just feels like, I don't know, man, I've gotten a lot out of this. I'm really excited. And my boy, You know,
He's in the right gear the whole time. His feet are on the pegs.
He gets a little worried around people and gets nervous, but now that he's the only one, I mean, he's practicing what you just taught him. And bro, I'm so excited. So, dude, thank you so much. If you ever have the chance to jump into one of his classes, I highly recommend it.
And if you want to race him on Zwift, don't do it.
Okay, good.
If you want to feel really bad about your fitness, race him on Zwift. All right, toodaloo.